Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. RHONJ star Margaret Josephs was just given a harsh warning about Tamra Judge of RHOC fame. The two have been friends for some time now, yet fans saw the two of them together at an event and immediately let Margaret know she needed to watch out. Keep reading for more on what they had to say to her. Season 18 of RHOC has not been kind to Tamra Judge. She returned in Season 17 after being fired from the series, which she joined in Season 3. It was exciting for those die-hard fans who really missed her, but all she brought was unnecessary drama. When Shannon Beater was arrested for her DUI hit and run, Tamra left their tres amigas in pro show. Then, it seemed like she was throwing the incident in Shannon's face repeatedly. She appeared to relish in Shannon's pain after her ex, John Jansen, sued her for $75,000. Viewers immediately picked up on that and felt it was cruel and vindictive. More so, they're over her and her repeated bad behavior. Now fans have a strong message for Margaret Josephs after seeing her out and about with Tamra. Yes, the two have been friendly for some time, so them together should be no shock. However, Tamra's ill-mannered behavior is not the type of person fans think Margaret should associate with. Tamra shared photos of her and Margaret at a party. In the comments, Margaret wrote this: "Such a fabulous night together celebrating at Ortizati, we are blessed with the best." That was when fans had a lot to say. After seeing Margaret Josephs and Tamra Judge posing and having a good time together, followers headed to the comments. Yet, they wanted Margaret to know that this was not the company she should be keeping. However, others felt they were perfect together and bashed them both. More so, they had nothing kind to say about Margaret or Tamra. They did not seem to care as they enjoyed their night and will likely keep up their friendship. Margaret felt she was finally vindicated at the end of RHONJ Season 14, when it was revealed Jackie Goldschneider was a traitor. She had been the one hanging out with Louise Rulis' ex, though Marge was accused of doing so. Now, the future of Jersey is uncertain, but everyone has a different idea of what would make a perfect cast. Do you think that Tamra and Margaret are good together? Or should Margaret heed the warnings and stay far from Tamra? Let us know, and finally, watch RHOC Thursdays on Bravo. Amanda has been a professional freelance writer for over a decade, holding both a BA and an MA. Her passions include animals, iced coffee, gnomes, summer, music, and Vanderpump Rules. In the ever-turbulent world of reality television, particularly in the realm of The Real Housewives, alliances and rivalries can shift faster than a well-placed shade. The latest buzz surrounding Margaret Josephs and Tamra Judge has stirred excitement among fans, prompting conversations filled with speculation and intrigue. What could this harsh warning entail, and how might it impact their dynamic? Picture a lavish gala in a grand ballroom, adorned with sparkling chandeliers and flowing champagne. The air is thick with anticipation as the cast of The Real Housewives of New Jersey mingles with The Real Housewives of Orange County. The tension is palpable, especially for Margaret Josephs, known for her unapologetic honesty and sharp wit. She's dressed in an eye-catching gown, ready to enjoy the night, but aware of the potential drama brewing in the atmosphere. As Margaret glides through the crowd, exchanging pleasantries, she can't shake the feeling that Tamra Judge, the queen bee of Orange County drama, is lurking nearby. Tamra, with her history of calculated moves and biting remarks, has a reputation for stirring the pot. Margaret, always one to hold her own, knows that confronting Tamra could lead to fireworks, especially given the whispered warnings she received from her fellow housewives. Earlier that day, Margaret had sat down with her friend and confidant, Jennifer Aydin, who leaned in, her voice low and serious. "Margaret, you need to watch yourself around Tamra. She has a way of turning everything you say against you. Just look at her history." Jennifer recounted tales of Tamra's past feuds, where friendships crumbled under the weight of betrayal and miscommunication. "She's not just a housewife, she's a chess player. Every move is calculated. Don't underestimate her." Margaret, with her fierce independence, was hesitant to take such warnings to heart. She faced tough adversaries before and prided herself on her ability to navigate the stormy seas of reality TV. But the seed of doubt had been planted. Would she be walking into a trap? As the evening progressed, the inevitable happened. Margaret and Tamra found themselves face to face across a glitzy cocktail table, surrounded by an audience of eager onlookers. The energy shifted, and a palpable tension filled the space between them. Tamra, with her trademark smirk, greeted Margaret with an icy sweetness. Well, if it isn't New Jersey's loudest voice. Margaret, unfazed, shot back with her signature blend of sass and confidence. And if it isn't Orange County's biggest drama queen, what brings you to our side of the world? The banter was light, but the undertones were anything but. As they exchanged barbs, Margaret remembered Jennifer's warning. Was she treading into dangerous territory? She could feel the eyes of the other housewives on them, waiting for a spark. Margaret decided to play it smart. Instead of responding with anger, she opted for a strategy of deflection. Tamra, I've always admired your ability to keep things interesting, but I'm not one to be intimidated easily. Tamra raised an eyebrow, intrigued. Is that so? You think you can handle the heat? I thrive in the heat. Margaret replied with a playful smile, masking her anxiety. Inside, she was analyzing every word, every gesture. She had to maintain her ground while staying true to herself. In that moment, Margaret realized that the best way to counter Tamra's manipulative tactics was to stay authentic. She wouldn't let fear dictate her actions. If Tamra wanted a showdown, Margaret was ready to hold her own, but on her own terms. As the night wore on, Margaret walked away from the encounter feeling a mix of triumph and caution. She had managed to engage with Tamra without falling into the traps that had ensnared others, but she couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of a more complicated dance. In the days following the gala, Margaret reflected on the encounter and the warnings she received. The reality of being a housewife meant navigating a minefield of emotions, alliances, and rivalries. While she had managed to hold her own against Tamra, she understood that this wasn't a one-off skirmish. The battle lines had been drawn, and the war of wits was only beginning. She decided to take the advice of her friends seriously. Information was power. By staying informed and aware, she could better prepare herself for future encounters with Tamra. Margaret knew she had to maintain her integrity while also strategizing her next moves. After all, in this world, being a fierce competitor also meant knowing when to play the game and when to hold back. As the season progressed, fans would undoubtedly be treated to a roller coaster of emotions, alliances, and fiery confrontations between Margaret and Tamra. The warning had ignited a spark within Margaret, a determination to remain true to herself while navigating the complexities of reality TV. In the world of The Real Housewives, each episode is a canvas for drama, friendship, and rivalry. And as Margaret Josephs takes on the challenge of dealing with Tamra Judge, one thing is clear. The audience is in for a treat as the story unfolds, proving that the art of reality television is as unpredictable as life itself.